GM. Welcome back to Noun O'Clock, live at the Noun Square. I'm Robot Fish Girl. We're watching the end of the auction for Noun 1367, this Doom Castle we got yesterday. 2.57 ETH is the top bid. And in addition to this, welcome to the first Noun O'Clock live episode of 2025. That is right. Buon année. Felice Anno Nuovo. Feliz Año Nuevo. Happy New Year. I'm not going to keep going down the list of languages in my brain. Happy New Year to everybody who listens to this show around the world. We've just got another bid, 2.63, in which should be resetting the timer, and I don't know why it didn't on my UI. But once that clears up, welcome back. 2025. It promises to be terrifying for me personally, but we'll see what happens. How are you doing, Brett?
I'm
Assuming
okay.
you are in fact here. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, back in Denver now.
Fun.
Just hanging out. Yeah.
You sound very energetic.
I've been awake for less than 5 minutes.
That would do it. All right. Well, the nouns auction is not showing up on Nomo for some reason. So, tabbing over to nouns.wtf for the time being. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left on this auction. I've been awake for about an hour. I successfully enacted my plan for New Year's. I have a I guess at this point it's a tradition. I've done it for about 5 years now. I always watch the Lord of the Rings movies, extended edition, because I'm not a heathen, on on New Year's, and I always time them very precisely for a very specific line, and I change the line every year. I think I talked about this last night. So, like one year I did 2020 I did So It Begins. That was a bad move. I've done the moment that Grand breaks through the door at Minas Tirith. I've done one year I got home late. I knew I wasn't gonna have time to watch the full thing, so instead I timed the ending, and I had to get up early, so I knew I was only gonna be able to watch the first 2 movies. And so I timed the moment the clock struck 12 for when Saruman lands on the wheel. You know, Grima stabs him and he falls down Isengard. Midnight. This year, I timed it so that 11:59, Gothmog, the orc general, goes, "The age of men is over." And right as the clock strikes 12, he then goes, "The time of the orc is come." And I nailed it. I set up, I have the DVDs obviously, but I ripped the files off of them, put them in a VLC playlist, and set them up to play one after another, with the credits offering natural breaks in between them. And I started playing the movies at exactly 3:03 p.m. and 56 seconds, and I nailed it. Exactly at midnight. And then I immediately paused the movie and went to bed because I knew I would have to wake up for the show. So I'm still at that moment on my 4th monitor. I have we call it a monitor, it's a bit grandiose. It's a tablet that I have plugged into my computer. So as soon as this show is over, I'm going to be moving that back to my main monitor and finishing out Return of the King. But that was my New Year's celebration. And people wonder why I'm like this. Anyway. Wow, we haven't even settled a noun yet. We haven't even got to FOMO yet, and I've already gone off on a ridiculous tangent. We're starting out strong. Anyway, less than a minute left on this nouns auction. Is Nomo working yet? Yes, it is. All right, fantastic. Nounoclock.live, NOMO.WTF. If we don't get another bid imminently, pretty soon it's going to be time for us to pick another noun. The first noun of 2025. What's it going to be? We'll find out. Nounclock.live, nomo.wtf. You're going to want to go there. Even if you're watching on stream and you can see it, because there is an interactive component. We believe in providing a full experience in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know what time it is. It is time for Janky FOMO. If you've been here before, you know the drill, but just in case you have not, if you see a noun you like, give it a thumbs up. You see a noun you don't like, give it a thumbs down. If we see enough thumbs ups on a noun in the first 2 seconds or so, I click that settle button, and that is the noun we get on auction for the next 24 hours. We do have a request from nounish individual Gami. Never mind.
Nope.
Somebody wanted a set down. I actually like that noun. All right, now it's time for Nomo. This does happen sometimes. Sometimes people just settle the noun out of nowhere. Nothing we can do about it, but we do still have a game to play. Nounclock.live, NOMO.WTF. You're going to see all of these nouns arrayed before you. You're going to pick your absolute favorite from among them. Spam click it with all your might every 10 seconds. Half of them are eliminated until we're left with just one. That's going to be the Nomo noun of the day. Make sure you've signed in with your wallet and you're on Optimism, or your clicks will not be counted. Once again, sign in with your wallet. Make sure you're on OP, or your clicks will not be counted. I see a couple of really good ones here. 2 popsicles in a row is pretty nice. It's a really good Raven. I like the Rosebud. Could do the Rosebud for the Rose Parade. I know we're not in it this year, but my point stands. But whatever you pick it fast, because we are playing the feud in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm going for the rose. I'm going for this birthday cake. That feels good. This mug. Actually, a lot of birthday cakes. A YOLO cake feels apropos. Alright. I'm going to save this other cake as well. So many cakes. Oh my god. I haven't seen this many cakes since the last time I scrolled through Twitter without filters. Nobody's gonna get that.
No, I got it.
Okay. just refuse to laugh.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Final round. Raven versus Rose. Who will win? Who will lose? 3, 2, 1, fight! Rosebud wins. Fatality.
That's right. For today's Nomo noun, we did get a Rosebud brought to you by Rosebud, the last word in sleds. And if you want to pick up this Nomo noun for the next 24 hours, you can do so for just 0.00069 ETH. That's 229 USD. 100% of the proceeds go to the Yellow Collective Treasury, which goes to funding artists on chain in the Nouniverse and beyond. Speaking of the Yellow Collective, I do believe 445, this fantastic cassette, has ended. 0xEC84 picked it up for 0.041. And I can't blame him at all. This is an absolutely beautiful collective noun. And collective noun number 446, somebody very graciously already settled it for me. We got a fantastic little red penguin on a yellow background. That red gradient looking very good on that yellow background. Very TNS penguin, this one. If you want to bid on this Yellow Collective noun, you can do so over the next 24 hours at yellowcollective.xyz. The Yellow Collective is an on-chain club devoted entirely to funding artists in the Nouniverse and beyond. We talk about it every single day here, so I won't go too deep into the spiel, but we did just have a very successful Christmas mint for the holidays, where Illustradora, one of our favorite artists in the Yellow Collective, made a little party pack. We minted it based in yellow. It got something like 11,160, I think, mints. 162 maybe. So that went very well, and we're planning even more things imminently, hoping to get those new traits added to the collection pretty soon as well. I'm gonna have to do some weirdness if I recall correctly, because the it is built on builder and trait adding is confusing. Um, but we will find a way. So yeah, very excited about that. There's our shenanigans. We got a nouns down noun. Got me with the .06 with the .69 bid already. Um, we got a fantastic Nomo noun number 1368, that Rosebud, and a wonderful yellow collective noun number 446. With that done, what all's been going on? How was everybody's New Year's celebrations? I already talked at length about mine for no readily apparent reason. What about everybody else?
I was asleep before 11 o'clock.
Oh, honey. You know what? Sometimes start as you mean to go on. That's what I always say. And starting unconscious is a great way to handle what promises to be an interesting year. I'm using the term interesting s- sparingly,
It's
or liberally, rather.
4:15 here, and there's still fireworks going off. So,
Jesus Christ, why?
well, I don't know, because people are excited, I guess.
Huh, awesome. It does look like the only thing I'm seeing that happened significant in the Nouniverse is Symbiotech made this Noun Year's Eve mint. Uh, over on Rodeo. He's been really having fun with that recently. But otherwise, kind of it. We did our shenanigans. The only prop that we have up is still editable for another 6 hours, and it's that NARS accessory. It was canceled the first time because there's apparently no way to edit the placement of pixels. So this is the new iteration, and literally all it is moving the little NARS logo 1 pixel to the left compared to how it was in the canceled proposal, which puts it off center on the body but center on the noun, which I think everybody is very happy for. So yeah, other than that, I think that's kind of it. There's not really much going on. I think everybody is still well, for one thing, everybody is currently failing in their first New Year's resolution. I would wager a lot of people are. A lot of people are trying to go to the gym and realizing that it's full to bursting and that they're giving out free T-shirts and that they were going to take one and leave, which is why I am not planning on going today. I feel like I do the inverse of what everybody else does. The entire month of January, I just say, fuck it, I'm not going with that many people. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. Nothing's really happened in the last 24 hours. Everybody was busy with New Year's celebrations. So might just do the fastest show ever, unless we've got something to talk about.
I mean, Gremplin put out more artwork.
Oh shit, I didn't know.
Yeah, the Crow Cabal. Um, where can I find it? I'll put up his tweet from it, I guess. It'll be the easiest thing. It was like a massive burn to redeem. Um, he's been doing like those PFPs characters. He's been teasing for the last, I don't know, month or two, maybe longer. And Manifold introduced a or statement for burns. So he made this crazy list of a bunch of his additions to burn to get one of the Croak Cabal PFPs, and there was only 222.
Huh.
And he was certain that it would last months and be a huge pain to mint because the you could have you could burn from one of these things at the top, and they're all very limited editions, or you had to have 8 of these other ones, or 6 of these, or 4 of these, or 4 of these ones, but you can't mix and match any of them. You had to be able to get like
A full
8 of
set.
these specific
Yeah.
ones, yeah. And there's a lot of people in the Discord trying to trade stuff to get it, and the Super Gremlin editions were trending on OpenSea for the last
Jesus.
24 hours. There was like over 50 ETH in secondary sales on those. People trying to get it, and it sold out yesterday afternoon.
That fast.
Uh, it's on OpenSea. It's called Croakables. If you search it,
Like,
um, I will say that, like, a flash warning, seizure, whatever. Uh, lots of
yeah,
flashing. I should,
flashing
yeah,
lights warning.
because it's
Uh,
it's aggressive. Looking at
Jesus, I
the
don't know
whole
how long I'm gonna
collection,
be able to look at this. Wait, am I even
but
looking at?
they're
Okay, there's a whole bunch of different croakables, but I'm assuming.
oh, they're
Oh
probably
yeah,
getting
this
in
is the
hard.
one.
Yeah, the one on ETH, it's got 223 items.
Yeah, I found it. This is an assault on the senses. It's very aesthetic, but ow. Oh, I like this one.
Electrocuted.
The blood stew.
Yeah, there's a lot of good, really cool ones, and that's what I spent most of my day yesterday doing, was watching them be minted, and he was revealing them in batches as people were grabbing them. So I was talking to people in the Toads Discord about it and seeing all the new ones, and was talking to a few friends who were DMing about, should we burn for these, because the other Gremlin art is super limited now. Like
Yeah, effectively
the
made all
edition,
of this art super limited. This
yeah, the
with
edition that I
this.
burned, had 69 of them, and now it's down to 33.
That's insane.
But yeah,
Oh, and the way to Quimbus.
there's a lot of cool ones, a lot of activity on it very quickly.
I mean, it's Gremplin. I'm not entirely surprised.
And yeah, well, that, and it was a pain to be able to get. So like, I know Symbio was upset that he couldn't mint because he didn't have some things from the requirements.
Why are
And
you
there was
talking about him like he's not here? What?
he is here. I see him here.
I
That's why I'm
know.
talking about him.
Oh my god,
And
I love
yeah,
this little
there's
gator. He
there's a
looked
lot
like
of
Foot
people,
Coco.
I don't have this. I need to get it, and yeah, lots of FOMO going on for them. I'm grateful I was paying attention when I was.
I love some of the, there's some of these I'm just like fucking what, and then other ones I'm like, oh my god, this is so charming. Really runs the full gamut of experience.
And I want to know why they're named the names they have, because it seems very intentional. Like,
Some
there's
of
some
them
of
are
them
pretty
that it's clear.
self-explanatory. Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are interpretive for sure.
Uh-huh.
There's a homage to Vinny Hagar in there.
Really? Wait, where?
Uh-huh. Quackus o Vinny. That's what it's called.
I take it it's toward the bottom.
There's the Nouns Factory is in here. It's called Spiller.
Yeah, I saw that one. Where's the Vinny one?
Um, OpenSea doesn't let you search by names. It's
No,
token
I'm
ID
scrolling
101.
through alphabet. Oh, there it is. Oh, that is so good. That is really good. There's these hurt to look at for too long. They're so fun, but that one was Okay, I need to tab out of this because my brain is starting to hurt. they're they're very appealing, but ow. Ah. I need to rest my eyes after that.
Yeah, they're aggressive to look at for too long.
You know what that reminded me of is that the microtonal synth that I play for the outro music sometimes, where it's just like just weird and fun. This one, hang on, load. There it is. This one, just having this play in the background while you're scrolling through these. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Give it a second. It's like the right amount of trippy, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, oh, my synesthesia is doing weird things to my brain when I look at those. I don't like it. Huh. Well, what else has been going on? That was certainly an experience. Ow. I need you to understand that it's not just the visuals, like it's not just physically that it hurts my eyes to look at after a while because of the way that I experience like sight and sound. It's it I look at those and my head, like inside my head, it's like noise music. Like, it's rough.
It's like a
So
little kid banging on the piano.
not even that. It's more like a lot of like you could not make those sounds on a piano. Um it's there's too much going on. It's, you know what it sounded like? Here. This is what it sounded like. I need to turn the volume on this way down. This is what it sounds like in my brain when I look at those. This part specifically. It's just like, ah.
It could
Anyway.
also be intentional.
Probably. I would not put it past him. At all. Well, with that done, is anything else going on? I'm scrolling through the Nouns channel and I'm not really seeing anything. I did earlier, so I don't know why I'm doing it again. It feels vaguely like the internet equivalent of going to the fridge to get a snack and then
I
not
have
seeing
no
anything and
idea.
going back 5 minutes later to see if anything spontaneously appeared.
I have no idea what this is. I'm gonna send you something that Symbio just sent me, so you can pull it up on Workcast.
None knows is in the YouTube chat. saying I removed my eyes.
But it's oh, it's the Nouns playground in a frame. This is cool.
Oh, whoa.
I just sent it to you
No,
on
I'm
Discord.
looking at it. It's on the stream.
Okay.
Oh, so it is. That's cool. And it shows my PFP is animated inside the frame, which is nice. I'm gonna make my noun if I can. I can fucking find the pufferfish. Where is it? Am I blind? Oh, there it is. And the robot accessory. Where are you? There it is. And that body. Hey! There's 1172. Neat. And you can pin nouns, so what does that mean?
I don't know. I pinned mine.
Oh, there, it's right there. It's
Oh,
you have to sort of go outside of the thing, but you can scroll down and you can see the pin nouns below.
ah, look at
So
that.
you can actually save.
I
That's
wonder if I
pretty
can.
fun.
Oh, and if
Oh,
you
and
click the share button in the bottom left, it opens up in a new window.
yeah, and
You copy the URL and
the SVG or a PNG, and then you can, or you can just go straight back to remixing it. That's pretty sick. That is really cool. I really like that. Well, if you ever miss FOMO, you can always come here and just hit the shuffle button over and over again.
I mean, Symbio
Close
does
enough.
love his playground nouns,
That is very true. That is really cool.
so I'm not surprised he's the one who found this.
Go and quote cast that. That is really cool. All right. Along came Wayne. Here, let me just in case people want it, I'm gonna drop this in the replies to our show and then pin it up above. So that everybody, it's in the replies to the video stream. And is also pinned to the space. So if anybody wants to check this out, if you're on Warpcast, along came Wayne. Frames V2. That is so sick. All right. That's awesome. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. I'm now scrolling through to see if there's any. Looks like there was some. So Flows is doing some cleanups like that. Nice to see. Looks like Dusk swapped the plaque noun for 1031, the tooth Tao. Noun swap. Oh, and coming soon, Hinako-san's here. Might as well talk about this. There is apparently a Nounish Kit Bus collab. I guess Prop V2 or Prop 2 rather. That is imminent. So we have that to look forward to. That's gonna be exciting. I think with that though, that's kind of all she wrote. Unless I'm wildly mistaken. Speak now or forever hold your ETH. Well, I'm glad I said something because Kinaka-san's coming up on stage. There we go. I think we have you. How are you doing?
Hello, GM.
GM.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, so you mentioned, so I'm just kind of thank you for having me. And also, I have a friend from Nigeria, the Fab Energy engineer, whom I talked with a few days ago. He's also get interested in what the nouns is. That's what so he said here. So yeah, as you say, that we just making a new proposal at the part two, which we also gonna send our kit pass package to the Uganda. Uganda is
Oh,
such a
to
good.
the school?
Yeah. So I'm exciting to make a new color with a kit pass company, and also make a kit pass box with a Downs design, new design. So I'm exciting to expose such a new proposal. It's Happy New Year, by the way.
Yeah. Akimashite omedetou
It's a,
gozaimasu.
oh,
I feel like you forget
yeah,
sometimes that I actually am okay at Japanese.
yeah,
my
Japanese
my family is
greeting.
from Japan. Like, I'm not fluent, but
Mhm. Yeah, very
um,
fluently. So, 明けましておめでとうございます。
mm,
But yeah, so just stay tuned. We gonna expose soon.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That,
Is it
thank you.
already a candidate, or are you gonna
No,
submit it as a
already.
candidate soon?
Yeah, soon.
Okay.
Very soon. Just wait. Just stay tuned.
Awesome.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. I always, for anybody who's not familiar, I'll do a brief summary of what the Kit Pass props are. Um, it is with Kinoga-san and Tagawa-san. They Kit Pass is this really nice. I guess you would call it a crayon. Um, that is, that's sort of a pedestrian term for it. They are these art tools that appear that look like crayons, but they're water soluble, so you can actually use them for a variety of things. You can either draw with them and then turn them into watercolor, or should you so choose, you can, as they show in some of these proposals. I'm scrolling through Prop 667 right now. Um, you can actually use them to draw on like windows and stuff, and then just wash them off, which make them ideal for children's classrooms. But they're also very powerful learning tools um, at any age, and very powerful artistic tools. Um, so I am a huge fan of them. I actually, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm from Hawaii. I grew up in Hawaii, and um, so and for anybody who hasn't been to Hawaii, it's culturally speaking, and a lot of the stuff that the popular culture, as well as a lot of the stuff that we have access to, is very much from Japan. And so I actually used Kit Pass in school myself. Um, when I was older, we used it for decoration purposes a lot of the time, especially during big school events or something like that. If we had a lot of people visiting, we would decorate the windows and everything. So I'm I'm very familiar with how ridiculously high quality these things are, and these proposals that they've done um, are basically to have these nouns kit pass uh, boxes, like custom labels and everything, and then they go to schools and they have these interactive experiences and these educational artistic experiences with the kids, and they are so it's I come from a educational background, so I am admittedly very biased when it comes to things like this, but in my book, there are few things more important than fostering creativity at an early childhood education level. and these kid props do exactly that in a way that also proliferates nouns. So big fan of it. And the team Midas as well works on them as and wonderful human being. So big fan.
Yeah, thank you so much. Wonderful human being.
Well, I mean, I have to talk about your proposal half the time because sometimes, like, we have shows where it's an inconvenient time zone for you. So I've gotten really
Yeah.
good at shilling your props for you.
Much
But no,
experience.
I genuinely, and I am such a huge fan of all of this work. So
Yeah.
can't wait to
And
see the next
since
prop.
yeah, he also became the kid pass instructor, and so he also willing to spread out such a nouns cultures from his hometowns, Peking in the Illinois, who is a kid pass. Uh, and the workshop, he's gonna make a workshop is use of the such a kit nouns package kit pass for proliferation. Yeah, so we are very excited to push forward.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. ありがとう。
I did see that that Dusk also came up. Welcome back.
I wasn't with my wallet today, so I wasn't able to buy it. Like,
Wasn't able to bid on the last noun on the sandcastle.
yeah.
Well, you know, it happens. We didn't actually get to play FOMO today, but we lucked into somebody just settled the first noun, but we lucked into a pretty good one. This cassette DAO. So
It seems like the guy just listed now on Blur.
yeah. Oh, the last bidder. Yeah, that wallet is known to do that. Sometimes they list, sometimes they transfer it into a wallet. I think, and don't quote me on this, but based on the way that I've seen that wallet act sometimes, I think they have a bot that bids for them because it's like an inconvenient time for them sometimes. And I'm guessing it misfires occasionally because they're like 50-50. Sometimes they transfer to a wallet without, you know, any exchange of funds, and sometimes they're what's it called? Sometimes they just immediately list it. So it varies with that one. I have no idea who they are, but yeah, you get to know the habits of a lot of these wallets when you do this every day. Especially because on
Seems like
our
we are watching
interface.
this every day, right?
Well, yeah, every day for the past 926 of them. If you want to see the first noun that we settled, I actually have it here. Let me pull it up. Sort by. Not what I meant to do. Where is it? Oh, there we go. No, oldest. It's not what. Well, probe doesn't seem to be working the way it's supposed to. Our first ever head that we settled on the show was a bag head, not a backpack. Oh my god. This one.
Question: Should I just buy? Should I just buy from the Blur, like, so the guy can make some money? And
I mean, it's
since
up
I
to
agree,
you.
okay, let me think about it.
It's entirely like I. People have differing opinions on this. In my book, it's like, you know, when it comes to stuff like this, there's no really right or wrong answer to that. I would prefer the noun end up somewhere like with you, where it's somebody who's actually invested in the noun's ecosystem and interested in, you know, taking an active role in governance and everything like that. But you know, as is the case with any DAO, it's you're never going to get 100% participation rate, and sometimes people are just buying them for whatever their personal reasons are, whether because they think that they see a trading opportunity, or because they just like the art. Um, whatever it happens to be. So it's entirely up to you. But do you, if you like this the Doom Castle as much as we did, because I instant settled that thing, um, then yeah, I mean, there's not really any real reason not to. Um, we did have a problem for a while. I'm not sure if you were aware of this. We had a fork for the longest time, a fork mechanism that was being worked on, and basically we were running into an issue with arbitrageurs, where the way the fork was initialized was that they would be able to essentially rage quit with their noun for its book value, and as long as they were, because nouns are naturally deflationary because of the way that they, it's one every day forever, they uh the first noun sold for like 600 ETH, and then they steadily go down and down and down, and now we're hovering at about 2.7. So the book value was much higher than the highest bid, and so they were just buying up noun after noun after noun, and then eventually the fork hit and they absconded with like half the treasury. um and so we have recently disabled that mechanism to prevent that, and so now you know I there's no real moral imperative one way or another when it comes to interacting with DAO. So it's entirely up to you. There is a lot of history where we are on um, a lot of sort of the general consensus is that nouns is organized into seasons, with major changes in the social contract marking a change of a season. So the ending of season 1 was the shutdown of the Nouns Discord. There used to be a centralized Nouns Discord. It was actually not the Nouns Discord, it was the Nounders Discord. They had a Discord where they built the project in, which they eventually opened up to everybody joining, and it turned into the Nouns Discord. And then they were like, we don't like that, how centralized this is. We don't like that we have control over a centralized platform that is, a de facto, attention economy. We have a whole interview with 4156 on our YouTube channel if you want to check it out. You have to scroll back a ways, but I edited it, and there it's subtitled, and it's about a half hour long talking about that. So that was on October 31st, 2022 was when that shut down. And then there was about a 10-month period between that and when the fork was enacted, when half the treasury disappeared. And then there was a while after that, and then now with the Nouns Duna, we're on season 4, where the fork is now gone, and the DAO has embraced a new legal structure that has its pros and cons. So yeah, sometimes I get started talking and I realize just how much of a nounish encyclopedia I have stored in my gray matter. It's a miracle how much headway we'd make if I put this much energy into actually doing something productive.
I just buy from Blur. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
mine now.
Fantastic. Congrats on the Doom Castle. Oh, that's awesome. I really like the Sandcastle trade. It's a new one, but it's probably one of my favorites. It's so good.
It is great. Yeah.
All right. Well, now that I've gone on, what is that, 3 extended tangents over the course of this space, um, I think it's about time to call it. Nounpedia.rfg. I will make that, NetNose. Don't test me. It's just gonna be, I'm just gonna info dump at a recorder and then run it through, um, a, like Descript or something, um, and then dump it into like what's the Microsoft Notebook AI analyzer that people are using as a study aid. Just dump the whole thing into that and then let people look things up. I actually should do that. Then that would probably be useful for a couple of people. Anyway, on that note, I feel like I'm just gonna keep going off on random tangents, and nobody wants that, including me. So I think I'm gonna call it there. So on that note, thanks everybody for coming to 9 o'clock live at the Noun Square. I've been Robot Fish Girl. Notebook LM, that's what I was thinking of. I've been Robot Fish Girl. Thanks for coming. We did our shenanigans. We minted a cassette DAO noun, so you can check that out for the next 23 hours and 20 minutes. Also, check out the Rosebud Nomo noun, number 1368. For just 0.00069 ETH, that's 230 USD. 100% of the proceeds go to the Yellow Collective Treasure, which goes directly to funding artists on chain in the Nouniverse and beyond. Speaking of the Yellow Collective, yellowcollective.xyz, collective noun number 446 is a beautiful red gradient penguin. His current top bid, 0.011. We'll see what we get there. 23 hours and 15 minutes left to bid on that. Otherwise, don't forget to check out the NARS prop that is up to the DAO. It's still editable for a little while, so it's not going up for a little bit, but yeah, register your opinion. I'm sure Gami would appreciate it. Otherwise, we'll be on Warpcast, we'll be on Twitter, we'll be on YouTube. Don't forget to check out Zero Rights Reserved. Toadie's been really pumping out content on that. And we will see you all tomorrow. Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna inflict prog rock chip tunes on you for the foreseeable future. I just want to let you know that.